when I think of the video that I am like most performance-wise proud of doing, and how much it was technically a challenge, but it wasn't for me. That's just because it's already kind of baked in. It really is Angel in the Streets. Me out there with Joel trapped was really something that it was just unbelievable. It was the best time ever. It was absolutely perfect. And I had, like, no one in their right mind is going to do that. No, and I don't think... Who else is going to do that?
I mean, I'm sure someone has since, but they didn't do it that good.
No, I did it so good. And it was like sickening to watch.
We just talked about this. This is like 3 days ago, 4 days ago. I don't know, something like that.
Really, I really don't sleep on that one. That is, I mean, this is debatable, but it's my favorite.
Yep.
Performance-wise, and just how I just rolled into it. And I didn't resist anything, you know, like there was no resistance, there was no thinking. I was just being like, you know, silly with Joel, you know what I mean? Because he's as gay as the next guy, you know, like me.
Yeah.
But so we amplify each other, of course. But I don't remember seeing him during that video shoot, though.
And honestly,
at all.
You never told me about.
It's so weird.
You never told me about that experience at all.
Yeah.
You might as well say like what the hell it is.
Yeah,
like where were you?
Yeah, we were living in Fall River, and me and Joel, we were getting.
Gay.
We were getting gay. We were getting like space madness. We needed to do a video because we were negligent in our creative duties. So we're like, oh, Providence Pride's going on right now. And I'm like, oh, man. I was like, let's just go, man. I don't mind doing this. I don't care. I'll blast myself today.
But who did your makeup?
Well, the makeup was done by sort of a makeup girl that was, I guess, involved with the production.
Oh, okay. I don't even know, but...
She's a brilliant makeup artist.
Leave it to me to ask dumb questions.
Yeah, she's a brilliant makeup artist.
But either way, you looked the fucking part, is my point.
I had the best makeup in the whole place. The only one mistake you could consider was I had a 420 put on there, which you could definitely consider an absolute the worst mistake ever, to put that on your face when you're getting that makeup.
I never even noticed it.
Well, I think it was blurred, but then maybe we released it and unblurred. But you could say that was one of the worst choices of all time. But still, it came out.
But either way, that was a killer. What I want to say about it is, and this is the reason why we brought it up, is the time frame when that was happening was like, I don't know, it was like high heat.
Yeah.
Like things were high heat. Let's talk about art, Charlie. Are you a fan of art?
I am.
There's...
Excuse me. I am the biggest fan. I am a fan. The erasure of beauty is what I am a fan of.
Exactly. Me too. I share in that. So you know how you do nude models?
Yeah. Nude models has been a trope for as long as you've been alive.
Maybe longer.
Maybe longer than anyone's been alive.
So there's a lot of fat, gross, bare-ass people that want to get naked.
There's people that look a little bit, I don't know, they're not in the median.
No, there's supposed to be parameters.
There's supposed to be parameters, but the average is in the middle. But the extremity is all the way to the fat side.
But this is like way beyond X and Y.
This is the Z.
This is the gross.
This is the F. You're solving for F when you look for the obese.
I think people are starting to have a problem with that.
I think wants to draw.
Yep, I think that's over the line. So people are starting to get nasty when it comes to nude models and things. So I think people are starting to get away from that. I think it's like a big turn for. I think there's a big turn in like art and what's accepted with that crap, and I think it's starting to switch towards what's actually pretty. People are starting to go back to what's pretty.
It should swing back to what's pretty, but once again, even if it does swing back, your beauty and your prettiness is still defined by people that you are not really aware of. You're not aware of the job of defining the social and cultural mores of a society. These are strategies that aren't thought about by the normal people.
They're not thought of at all because you don't have to think. They think for you. I knew a very rich bastard, and his wife was heavily into art, and it kind of blew my mind. I don't know why this blows my mind. Maybe this is more normal than I think, but a rich bastard. We're talking like, we'll call it 100 million plus.
Oh, okay.
Right? His wife had a barn, and her like full-time job was setting up art things. I don't even know what to call these things.
The gallery.
I guess, but she would hire someone, a nude model. They go in there and there'd be like 18 people drawing her. And when I found out about this, I was like, what the fuck? To me, this is like, I don't know, maybe this is what people do, but I just still think it's like over the line. I don't know why it is. Like if my wife was doing that, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing in the barn?
You'd be saying, what is going on? Is this hippies?
Just like some fat ass chick is bare ass naked and everyone's drawing her in my barn.
I can't do that.
I can't do that.
I can't do that. I'd rather see flames and horses running out of that thing.
Exactly. It just doesn't make any sense. I had a buddy that owned a, like a fucking, I mean, we'll call it a junkyard.
Yeah.
Junkyard. And he went out, maybe I said this, who cares?
I love this.
Yeah. He goes out and he's dealing with like some, I'm going to say that.
Cholos.
I'm going to say they're sweet boys. So he's dealing with them for a while. They're not buying anything. They're just like, they're hanging around for like an hour. He's like, hey, what can I help you with? What are you guys looking for? And he says, they're like, oh no, maybe we'll get like, who gives a shit? We'll get that fucking window crank. Yeah, crank. Who cares? He says, hey, you want some of this? They're all smoking stuff. He takes it. Now this guy is another guy, even though like, you think of a junkyard, you think it's like, who the hell owns a junkyard? A loser? That's let me tell you.
You are crazy.
You are wrong.
Think that. You're stupid if you think that.
People that own, if you own a junkyard,
Dude,
you're rich.
You're not stupid if you own a junkyard.
Yeah, you are rich. Most likely. I mean, really. This guy is. So he rolls out there and he does smoke some weed. So he's just being cordial. And he grabs the thing and he whistles that with those guys, and immediately he feels completely nuts. And he's like, what the hell is that? And those guys said it was crack.
Weird.
He's like, it's crack, man.
Oh, it's crack.
So he's smoking crack with these losers.
He's smoking crack with these guys in the morning before his job, the business
luckily,
that he owns.
he can handle it. I know he can handle it, and he said he did, but he was like, that like jolted me. I was like, oh man. He's like, I had to return to the office quick and be whatever by himself. But
I wouldn't be afraid to smoke crack.
No, like, I mean, I'd only be scared.
I would not recommend that to anybody.
No, but I'd be scared you get addicted to it quick. I'm just assuming that you do. I don't even know.
Clean your liver out. Clean your liver.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
Get rid of your effing liver.